Greetings everybody, and thank you for joining us at Independent Student Support Agents Canada. Today I would like to spend some time with you and share some study tips for preparing to apply and come to Canada. First, before we start, I have a quick word from our partner services. ISSA Canada partners with many organizations to simplify the student journey through the process of coming to Canada. We work with Canada Immigration and Beyond. They are a recommended best source for visa, study permit, postgraduate work permit, temporary work permits, immigration advice, services, and solutions. We also work with Sidekick Card. Sidekick provides easy financial solutions for international students while they're in Canada and during their journey to Canada. ISSA Canada is an agent member of Apply Board. Apply Board is a database that simplifies the study abroad search, application, and acceptance process, connecting international students, recruitment partners, and academic institutions all on one platform. It gives us access to over 2,500 high schools and post-secondary education institutions across Canada. The following is a checklist for applying to study in Canada. The first thing to keep in mind when applying to study in Canada is this is a marathon race, not a sprint. It takes many students a long time to meet the requirements, gather the necessary documents, save up to support your first year in Canada, that's your tuition and cost of living, school application, visa application, and travel. You must go into this with the expectation for a long-term race. Number one in our checklist is parents with teens planning on studying abroad. You need to keep in mind that grades count. Application to Canadian institutions is highly competitive. On the average, there are 50 students applying for each single seat in most programs. Your past grades demonstrate if you stand out amongst the competition. If you have very low grades, you might want to consider upgrading. Step 2 in the process of applying to come to Canada is to get your finances in order. Each educational institution has a non-refundable application fee ranging from around $100 Canadian to $500 Canadian. I recommend to be prepared to apply to at least 3 institutions to increase your chances of success. Once your school decides that they are going to choose you as a successful applicant, they will give you an offer letter. Once you receive an offer letter, most schools have a condition that you must pay a deposit to hold your spot in the program. Your deposit is usually based upon your first semester's program fees, and it can range from as simple as $500 Canadian to as high as $8,000 plus Canadian. This deposit is partially refundable if you are unsuccessful in achieving your visa. Step 3. Ensure your passport is up to date. Make certain that it is not going to expire during the time you plan on studying in Canada. Get a clear scan of your passport and save it in PDF format for sharing. An improper or expired passport can cause significant delays in your entry into the program and application. Step 4 relates to getting your educational transcripts and certificates together. Once you start applying, you are going to be asked for copies of any of your educational certificates and transcripts from high school and post-secondary education, etc. Please make sure you have clear color scans of both sides of your transcripts and your certificates, even if the back side is blank. Save these to PDF documents to make sure that they're easily shareable. You are also going to be asked for your school's addresses, contact information, and your study dates, day, month, year, to day, month, year, plus your graduation date. Step 5, you need to prepare a chronological resume. This is a time for you to shine above your competition. It is an opportunity for you to really sell yourself as a student. Along with your application, you will be asked to submit a chronological resume. This means from most current dates to the least current dates, with day, month, and year, start and finish to each entry you put on the resume. You'll want to put all your education, volunteerism, and employment, as well as a short testimony as to what your current goals are. If you need help with a resume, there are lots of resources and templates available for resumes online. We can also connect you with a resume preparation service, which for a fee will help you prepare a quality resume. The sixth step in your application process is to be prepared for English testing. If you come from a country where English is your primary language, can you prove it? Some Canadian institutions might waive your English requirements, or they might test your English ability upon arrival in Canada. If you are not at a proper level, you may need to take an ESL program in addition to your regular studies. Some educational institutions automatically require valid English test results as a part of the applications for all international students. The reason is that the programs require a high level of academic English to be successful in the program. This is true among many master's, technical, medical, and engineering type programs. Even native English speakers often have difficulty with academic English. If this is a requirement, you will need current results from either an IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, CEA, or PTE examination as part of your application. Note that of these 5 exam types, Duolingo is becoming more popular as the cost is lower. You can take the test as home so long as you have a computer with a webcam and good Wi-Fi connection. The advantage of Duolingo is you also get your English test results quicker. The number 7 requirement in our student applications is your letter of intent. Many educational institutions want to know why you want to take their program. Again, it's another opportunity for you to stand out amongst other students. Once you have chosen some fields of study and begin applying, the institutions may ask you for a letter of intent. This is a short letter from you that explains in no less or more than 550 words why you want to take their program and how it fits into your career and life goals. Keep in mind, readers will also be looking at your spelling, your grammar, and your sentence formatting. Step number 8 of our application process is to collect 3 non-related references. Most institutions will ask you to provide 2 to 3 character or academic references. Usually your references should be former teachers, guidance counselors, school administrators, but you can also use former employers and supervisors. You will need to gather their work address, their business email. Keep in mind, personal emails are not accepted by universities and colleges. You will need their title and their phone number. Also keep in mind that your references must answer reference requests from the institution that you are applying to. If your reference doesn't answer right away, your application might be canceled. Now, this might seem like a very simple requirement, but for number 9, we do need an emergency contact for you. Please list a relative or a significant person for an emergency contact. You will need their name, their relationship to you, their address, their email, and their phone number. It's important to remember that this emergency contact cannot be yourself, nor can it be an agent that represents you. For step 10, I wanted to give you a heads up on some other documents that might be asked for. Number 1 in step 10 is if your name has changed over the years, for example, you might have got married, you might be asked for an affidavit of name change. This is a legal document that states when and why your name was changed. If your birth date is not the same on various forms, you will be asked for an affidavit of birth date. This is a legal document stating your true birth date and why it is different on some of your documents. Please note, as a rule, all dates, names, and signatures must match your passport. Otherwise, backup documentation is going to be asked for, and this causes delays in your application. If there has been a significant time between your academic studies, institutions will ask for a study gap letter. This explains why there was so much time between studies. It could be as simple as stating that you were working to raise money for your next level of education. Also note that once you are in Canada, it is very important that you understand your educational institute will want to see all original documents of everything you used in your application. Well, congratulations, you got accepted. Now what? The next stage is to apply for your visa. We recommend that you consult with a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, or RCIC. While it is possible to apply directly with the Government of Canada for your visa, we strongly recommend that you seek out ongoing support to assist and advise you with your paperwork from the very start of the process until the very end of the process. Here at ISSA Canada, we will connect you with our partner organization, Canada Immigration and Beyond. Here's a little bit of information on Canada Immigration and Beyond. Our consultant, Yvonne Sakifio, is a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, or RCIC. She holds a bachelor's degree from the University of Ghana and has worked in the immigration section of the High Commission of Ghana as a program assistant for well over 6 years. She managed Canadian application processes. Yvonne and her team at Canada Immigration and Beyond will guide you to success in moving to Canada to study, immigrate, visit, or work, and enjoy all that Canada has to offer. They are committed to creating a plan of action for you with simple, actionable steps that you can understand. Canada Immigration and Beyond has served people from many countries, including Ghana, Nigeria, United States, Colombia, Portugal, and many others, helping them to successfully study, immigrate, visit, and work in Canada through various programs. For the next part of our presentation, I would like to spend a bit of time examining different accommodation options during your time in Canada. So what options do you have when coming to live in Canada? First of all, you can stay with extended family or friends. Some students have friends or families that reside in Canada that might be willing to help you by giving you a place to stay while you are studying. The bonus of this opportunity is that you have somebody who is familiar with you that can act as a resource. The cost they will charge you for accommodations will likely be lower than some other forms of accommodation. The disadvantage, though, might be that you have to limit your study applications to the nearby community that the family lives in. Also, you have to consider transportation issues if they don't live nearby your educational institution. You can also stay in dormitories that are provided by your educational institution if they have any available. One of the bonuses of dormitories is socialization. Dorm life gives you a chance to meet and socialize with other students from a wide variety of backgrounds. It also means that you can take part in campus life and keep in tune to all the exciting things that are happening both on and off campus. Another bonus of residing 15 minutes from where your classes are. And not having to commute is a great thing, especially during the colder months of a Canadian winter season. There are cons to dorm life, though. Some of the cons are living with roommates. There's less privacy when you're residing in a dorm. Students must also follow the rules and the regulations of the dorm. While dormitory pricing can be all-inclusive fee-wise, it's a good idea for students to do a local comparison as to the cost of living to see if it fits your budget. For rent, food, and utilities, and even internet are likely included in the big price tag of the dorm. And if you live off campus, you'll need to factor in commuting costs and maintenance fees. So before you sign that lease on an all too good to be true loft 2 blocks from campus, do a little math and make sure that you're getting a good deal. Here are some more options to consider. Living off campus. The pros. Some students may wish to live off campus. While you are attending college online, then off campus is going to be your only option. There are some great benefits to choosing to live off campus, though, which include space. When you live off campus, you may have more freedom to choose where you live and how much space you're going to need for yourself. Even if you choose to have a roommate or roommates, you can apartment hunt for the type of space that is going to suit your needs. Privacy. When you're living off campus, you may be alone or with others. Either way, you can control your privacy. You can lock your door, you can go to a common area, and be alone or more, whatever suits you. The independence and adulthood factor. When you live off campus, it provides you with an added aura of growing up. You will have less resources to depend on that are given to you by the school. This means that you'll have to manage things yourself. You can live where you want. Location-wise, the freedom is yours to choose. Living off campus gives you only so many options about what is available. When you live off campus, you can find a place close or far from campus, depending on what you prioritize. You could save money. Living off campus can end up being cheaper than living on campus if you find the right type of place. You can also choose who you live with to lessen your costs. Commuter programs. Many schools have commuter programs that offer socialization opportunities and networking events so the commuters can still connect and experience what it would be like to live on campus. Living off campus has some cons. Potentially, you could be far from school. You may only find an affordable location that is far from campus. This means you're going to have to factor in commuting time and costs, and potentially valuable time is wasted upon transportation. If there isn't good access to public transportation, you might have to consider alternatives like buying or renting a car or using a ride-sharing service like Uber. Increased responsibility. When you live on campus, everything is included from the costs, from food to bills. When you live off campus, you'll have to set up internet, electricity, water, and pay your bills yourself. This contributes to an added layer of responsibility. You may have some missed opportunities as well. Living off campus may make you feel like you're missing an opportunity, namely once-in-a-lifetime college experiences. For some, this is very important. For others, there are bigger variables that will overshadow the fact when you are factoring in your options. A great way to start one's experience in Canada is through residing in a homestay. Independent Student Support Agents Canada works with over 600 screened host families across the country. If we don't have a host family near your educational institution, we will connect you with a reputable homestay organization who can assist you. Homestay families are screened in advance of hosting a student. They go through criminal record checks, family service intervention checks, they provide non-related references for us to contact, and they also engage in an in-person home visit, which is carried out by the recruitment staff. Families are chosen because they are genuinely interested in learning about your culture and sharing their own unique Canadian culture with their student. It's important to realize that you are not a guest. Rather, you become a member of the family. Here are some advantages to staying in a homestay. The first advantage is that you and your host families have support from a local student support coordinator, or LSSC. The homestay organization pays your host family a volunteer stipend. While families are considered volunteers, this stipend offsets the family's costs of having your room and board. The homestay organization will provide one alternate family should yourself or your host family not be able to overcome any significant relationship or cultural issues. Your host will be eager to introduce you to Canada and are knowledgeable about local activities or events that they can introduce you to. A big thing is you will immerse in the English language. It's unavoidable when you're living in a host family. Families are screened to match your interests and your family structure that you are coming from. This gives students a head start in settling into Canada comfortably. Note, if you are living in a host family, that students are expected to become part of the family, which means contributing to the household by taking care of your own laundry and helping with local average household chores. Your host family can assist you with connecting with your local school and community resources. They know your area. A student will often get to enjoy holiday activities with their host family. And host families chosen are usually within a 45-minute commute of your educational institution, and usually no more than one bus transfer. I'd like to give you some cost comparisons for accommodation from the previous slides that I presented to you. One choice is campus dormitory living. Dormitories usually have an all-inclusive room and meal plan cost. Note though that the fees are for 9 months, as dorms are often closed on holidays and during the summer. There is the advantage of living on campus and being close to all the amenities and social lifestyle. Living on campus in a dormitory can run a student about $8,900 to $10,100 Canadian for a 9-month stay. On average, that works out to about $988 to $1,120 Canadian per month. There is also the option of single or shared apartment living. 1 to 2 bedroom apartments have advantages, but they also have disadvantages. Budget yourself carefully. The advantages are you get your own bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, and living area. The disadvantage is you are responsible for a 12-month commitment, usually. In addition to monthly rent, you may also have to pay for utilities like electricity. You pay for your own groceries and meals on top of your average monthly expenses. You can split these expenses though if you have a roommate. Transportation costs are not included. Most colleges and universities have what we call a U-Pass, which is a transit pass that you can buy into separately as a student. Approximately, you're looking at about $20,904 Canadian for a 12-month stay. Or your typical monthly breakdown is $1,742 per month. This covers your rent, your utilities, and your internet. It is important to consider as you're looking at programs across Canada that large urban centers like Vancouver or Toronto are very costly. Now, staying with a homestay family is another option. Homestays are generally all-inclusive. Note that you are required to live in a family lifestyle and contribute to home chores. Most homestays provide you with a continental breakfast, fixings for your bag lunch, and a full dinner. If you like to snack between meals or go to restaurants, that is your choice, but you have to pay for those extra costs yourself. You also share in entertainment expenses. For example, if you go on a trip with your host family, they're going to consult with you about extra costs, like if you're going up a mountain on a tram, you're going to pay for your share of admission. If you go out to a movie, you're going to pay for your movie ticket and your popcorn. Transportations are not included in the costs of staying with a host family. Again, most universities and colleges give you the opportunity to buy into a U-Pass or a transit pass. Homestays are paid a stipend of $8,700 a year to $13,000 Canadian. That is for a 10-month term. So you're looking at about $870 a month to $1,300 Canadian per month, depending on your location of where you're staying. It is also important to consider that holidays, such as the summertime, will end up costing you a little bit extra because some host families will charge you to keep your belongings in their home and hold a spot for you. Also, extra time. If you're actually staying over summer, they may charge you the monthly rate to also stay over the summer. Thank you everybody for hanging in there. I'd like to spend a few minutes to finish off by showing you a few options of our highlighted post-secondary and high schools for the 22-23 upcoming school season. I'd like to do a quick review of the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, or NAIT, which is located in Edmonton, Alberta, Sheridan College in Mississauga, Ontario, Douglas College in New Westminster, British Columbia, that's in the Greater Vancouver area, and the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. My highlighted high school is École Notre Dame in Red Deer, Alberta. First, I would like to start with the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, or NAIT, main campus. NAIT is located in Edmonton, Alberta. The Northern Alberta Institute of Technology is a leader in technical training and applied education. Students at NAIT earn degrees, diplomas, certificates focused on career fields of business, IT, engineering technologies, health sciences, culinary arts, and environmental management. In addition, NAIT is the Canadian leader in apprenticeship training for skilled trades. Everything NAIT does is focused on giving students the skills needed to build strong futures. They have small class sizes and a commitment to hands-on practical education. NAIT is able to provide students with the skills that employers want. Industry is also a partner in all that NAIT does. NATE provides solutions for organizations to become more competitive and sustainable. That's why the work NATE does matters. Our world is changing. It is more connected and more competitive than ever before. Advancements in technology are happening at a very rapid rate and increasing yearly. The solutions NATE offers to its clients and its partners help them navigate through and adapt to these changes. Since its founding over 50 years ago, NATE has consistently evolved to meet the needs of students and industry in a province that's engine of Canada's economy. NATE has several different program levels available to any international students that want to come. They have 2-year undergraduate diplomas, 1-year post-secondary certificates, and 4-year bachelor's degrees. They also offer a wide variety of other certificate programs. The most popular programs at NATE are engineering technology as the first choice, and business management and economics is the second choice, and science is the third choices. Application fees to NATE run around $115 to $1,023 Canadian, depending on the program. Your average graduate program is 1 year, and 2 years is your average undergraduate program. What you're looking at in terms of cost for cost of living in Edmonton is $13,213 Canadian a year. Tuition for NATE runs you around $20,546.87 per year. NATE has 3 intakes: January, May, and September. Typical turnaround on applications that we submit is around 31 plus days, depending on how busy the season is and how many applicants are applying. Next up is Sheridan College, the Hazel McCallion campus, which is located in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Founded in 1967, Sheridan has grown from a local college of over 400 students to one of Ontario's leading post-secondary students, educating approximately 22,500 full-time students every year on 3 campuses in 3 Ontario cities: Oakville, Brampton, and Mississauga. An award-winning institution, Sheridan attracts students from across Canada and around the world. Sheridan has over 175,000 alumni, and they play a critical role in shaping the future of society in the fields of art, business, community services, health, business technology, and the skilled trades. Grand and gorgeous, the Hazelden McCallion campus, or HMC, is home of the Pylon School of Business. Built to LEED gold standards, this campus is tucked away in the heart of Mississauga, Ontario, which is Canada's 6th largest city. In 2017, the HMC officially opened a brand new wing, increasing enrollment capacity to over 5,500 students. The new wing offers additional state-of-the-art classrooms, studios, labs, and production spaces, a center for creative thinking, and a gallery space to showcase students' creativity and innovation. Programs offered in the building include a grouping related to safe and sustainable built environments, including architectural technology, interior design, and interior decorating. Programs in advertising, marketing, and visual merchandising complement a business diploma degree and graduate certificate programs that have been offered at HMC since its opening in 2011. Sheridan offers a wide selection of programs for any student's interests and capabilities. They have postgraduate certificates, master's degrees, 2-year undergraduate diploma programs, 3-year undergraduate diploma programs, and many other certificates. Top disciplines that are taught at the college are business management and economics, arts, and engineering technology. The application fee to apply to Sheridan is $100 Canadian. 2 years is the average graduate program time. 3 years is the average undergraduate program time. Cost of living in Mississauga, Ontario will run you around $12,960 a year. Tuition for most programs is $17,201.38. Sheridan has 3 intakes available to international students. One is January, one is May, and one is September. Typical processing time is 31 plus days for an application, providing the students can provide all of the requirements for the application. Our third program choice for universities and colleges is Douglas College in New Westminster, British Columbia. New Westminster is part of the Greater Vancouver region. Founded in 1970, Douglas College is the largest degree-granting college in British Columbia, Canada. They educate about 20,000 students per year. The college has 2 major campuses in Metro Vancouver, New Westminster and Coquitlam, as well as several smaller training centers in Surrey, Burnaby, and Maple Ridge. With both main campuses directly on the SkyTrain lines, Douglas is one of the most accessible post-secondary institutions in Metro Vancouver, and it draws students from across the region. Douglas College offers the most bachelor's degrees and post-degree programs of any college in British Columbia, and is noted for combining the academic foundations of a university with the career-ready skills of a college. Over 900 experienced teaching-focused faculty bring both academic rigor and real-world experience to the classroom at Douglas. Outside the classroom, over 900 employees work together to create a friendly, inspiring, supportive, and respectful environment for students. For program levels at Douglas, they offer 2-year undergraduate diplomas, post-secondary certificate and master's degree programs, and 1-year post-secondary certificates. Most popular programs at Douglas are arts, and second most popular is business management and economics, and third most popular are the sciences. An application fee is subject to any application for the college, and it's $100 Canadian. Your average program for graduates is a 1-year program. Average undergraduate program is 2 years. Your cost of living at Douglas is around $12,960 Canadian per year. Your typical tuition is around $18,680.44 Canadian. Douglas receives students in January, May, and September, and typical application times for complete applications is usually around 15 days to get a response. Our third highlighted institution is the University of Saskatchewan. The U of S is located in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. The University of Saskatchewan is situated in the vibrant city of Saskatoon on Treaty 6 territory, and the traditional homelands of the Métis, and one of Canada's most beautiful campuses, is grounded in the character of a dynamic, forward-looking province. The university has a well-deserved reputation for creativity, collaboration, and achievement. Supported by innovative, energetic faculty, staff, student, and alumni community, and by research infrastructure unique in Canada. The schools deliver across Saskatchewan and beyond one of Canada's widest arrays of academic and professional programs. The University of Saskatchewan advances the aspirations of the people of the province and beyond through interdisciplinary and collaborative approaches to discovering, teaching, sharing, integrating, preserving, and applying knowledge, including the creative arts, to build a rich cultural community, and also an innovative, accessible, well welcoming place for students, educators, and researchers from around the world. The university serves a public good by connecting discovery, teaching, and outreach, and by promoting diversity and meaningful change, and preparing students for enriching careers and fulfilling lives as engaged global citizens. The University of Saskatchewan offers program levels. 4-year bachelor degrees. They also offer English as a second language if English is not your first language. And they offer 3-year bachelor degrees and many other certificates. Most popular programs at the U of S are their sciences programs, arts programs, and engineering and technology. Usually their application fees for student applications is around $150 Canadian. A 2-year program is the average graduate program, and 4 years is the average undergraduate program. Cost of living in Saskatoon is around $12,960 Canadian a year. And the tuition for most university programs is $21,636.02 Canadian a year. The University of Saskatchewan has 3 intakes over the year. They have January intakes, May intakes, and September intakes. And typically, most applications take around 30 days to process complete applications. Have you thought of coming to Canada before your post-secondary education? Many international students come to Canada during their high school years, their grade 10, or 11, or 12 years, and they choose to graduate in Canada. Canada has well over 3,000 different high schools to place into. One of the advantages of attending high school before your post-secondary education is you can get a Canadian educational diploma, and also many of the high schools are now within their curriculum providing streaming programs in the last year of school to move into college. So you can actually take some of your first year's college courses while still in high school. One of my favorite schools is École Secondaire Notre Dame High School, which is located in Red Deer, Alberta, which is Alberta's 3rd largest city. École Secondaire Notre Dame High School serves approximately 1,000 grade 10 to 12 students in Red Deer's only traditional Catholic high school. The school is located in the Lancaster subdivision in southeast Red Deer. The catchment area is all areas within the city limits, and Notre Dame has also attracted students from areas outside of Red Deer, including the areas of Penhold, Delburn, Innisfail, and Sylvan Lake. The advantage of this is you can stay in outlying communities at a lower cost than, say, the expense of staying with a host family right in Red Deer proper. And you can still access all of the services and amenities of Alberta's 3rd largest city. Parents are viewed as an integral partner in the growth and development of each student and encouraged to be involved in the Catholic education of their children. There are approximately 85 staff members consisting of teachers, educational assistants, special education program assistants, a business manager, office personnel, computer technologist, library technicians, and a day maintenance worker and a day custodian. So it's a fully serviced school. The school's 5 focal areas provide positive learning environment for students, which include Catholic Christian development, excellent academics, development of active citizenship within the community, a strong program for career orientation, and support for students to be successful. Why choose École Secondaire Notre Dame High School? The course variety is very popular. Notre Dame houses a district advanced placement program, a knowledge and employment program, and a senior foundations program, and a French immersions program, and a sports academy program. They have a lot of extracurricular activities which are very popular with international students. Notre Dame offers a vibrant extracurricular program with many opportunities for students to develop their talents, and offers service leadership. École Notre Dame High School takes students in grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. You can study for programs as short as 3 months, 1 semester 5 months, or full semesters 10 months over the season. It costs $250 Canadian to apply to Red Deer Catholic schools, and the typical cost for a program year to live in Red Deer is around $12,960 Canadian a year. The tuition at Red Deer Catholic schools is $11,300, so you'll find it's actually lower than most of the larger cities in Alberta. Thanks everybody for sticking with us and going through our Study in Canada tips, as well as previewing some of our programs. To learn more about studying abroad in Canada, please feel free to visit our website and book a free consultation with one of our certified ITAC student counselors. You can reach our programs at www.independentsstudentsupportagents.com. You can also drop me an email at neilhossler07@gmail.com or contact us during business hours, Western Canadian time, at 1-780-718-6414. We do have the WhatsApp business app. Thank you for your time, and have a terrific day.